Hey guys, it's Asher in Raid Shadow Legends. Welcome to the video. Send us some love, some positive vibes, seriously, your way out there, if you need them out there, especially. Today is going to be my massive 7th anniversary summoning, and I'm wearing my Lucky Demon Lord t-shirt. No big deal. Check this bad boy out. No, not gonna get the ladies with that one. You know what I will get the ladies with, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, look at this sexy avatar frame. Whoa, my 3% female audience is swooning right now. If I was to get at least this avatar frame, I mean, golly. Don't even need a pickup line. Just that 7 there, like, hello, I've been playing Raid Shadow Legends for 7 years, and I won the 7th anniversary tournament. Also, these 400 mythical mats, yeah, they have my attention too. You got my freaking attention, Plarium. I know 2 things when I see 400 mythical mats. A, yeah, you've got my interest. And B, this is going to be expensive as a mofo to actually get my hands on all these things. This anniversary path is it's a doozy in a good and maybe a bad way. We'll see what we can get because we're going to do our anniversary summons in today's video, guys. We have all kinds of shards, 110 ancient shards, 153 void shards. We even got a couple sacred shards to open. Also, two of the best, I think, or the best, let me just say, if I was to pick 2 of any Argonite to have, it'd be Glorious Palace. They both have a mythical ability. Same with the Fusion, right? They have Fervor, which is on the Stormcaller, Stormcaller, that's the Hecaton. Fervor is on the Hallowed Hilt mythical relic. And she has that in the cleanse and the block debuffs and the revive and the busted passive and the whole 9, right? And then, of course, my guy Hecaton is a heck of a void legendary champion. I did a showcase video on Hecaton in case you missed it. He's busted. I think he's one of the strongest voids out there in the game, strongest champions out there in the game. But I said, I misspoke in that video. Nothing to do with his kit or anything like that on the showcase. But I misspoke about him being a void legendary. I think I'm going to make that the topic of my next video. So that's a little teaser, as we call it here in the biz. Anyway, I'm going to go for Hecaton too, is my long-winded way of saying that. I think that's it. T-shirt, the anniversary path, charity. All right, we have Cheap Suit 1743. He said, my son passed away about 4 years ago to Potter's syndrome. It's a very rare disorder, and there's there's not a lot known about it, even though it doesn't affect a huge percent of the population. NORD, National Organization of Rare Disorders, would be a pretty cool charity to donate to, help shed some light on these rare disorders. I think that it's, sir, first of all, so sorry for your loss. Genuinely, I can't imagine losing a child. So my heart goes out to you. But NORD, I can't imagine also being diagnosed or having a loved one diagnosed with a disease that other people just don't even know about, you know? It's cool to see that there's organizations out there, there's charities out there actually, dedicated to giving some hope to these families and some research as well. So then we're going to go ahead, excuse me if I can speak, and do $100 per legendary that we pull in today's video. We have the double event, the extra legendary, as well as the, the increased odds. I'll tell you, the progressive chance, excuse me. I'll tell you what, guys, I would have loved to see this year that we know one thing about this year. They've gone on the record, Plarium that is, and they said that they are going to start bumping the odds from 15x. I think they're going to start them at 20 or 25x, probably 20, let's be real, instead of 15, right? And they're going to escalate from there, ending at 30x instead of 25. Here it is, Palace! Mother... Altan and Skull Lord Vargal. Oh my word. Oh my word. Well, that was devastating. Nothing against Skull Lord, but those are 2 of the most underwhelming legendaries. What a start to the damn video. I thought Palace was mine, man. I could see her glorious aesthetic running into the screen. Oh man, Altan. Altan is like the worst freaking legendary. Altan, Growhawk, outside the Doom Tower legendaries that they're never going to touch. Wow. All right, 2 legendaries. That was exciting. 2 rares disguised as legendaries. Okay, I actually like Skull Lord, but I'm not even going to look at those champions. I just want to erase that from my memory. We're at a 25x on my epic. Yay. All right, here we go. It kind of stinks that the bonus doesn't count towards the 25x. But what I was trying to say before is it'd be really cool if they, for the big anniversary, they unleashed the new percentage of getting a legendary, right? They jacked those rates up a little bit because God knows we're not going to get the champions anyway, as I've been demonstrating so far beautifully. All right, Ingid, Twiststaffed, Sanctum Protector, Slasher, Magus, Magus, Bog Walker. All right, we've got our guy Galek, got Red Cloak Tanako, Valerie with her shield and buff stuff. Deke, there's a legendary in disguise. He's more legendary than those two champions, I'll tell you that much. I'll tell you, the good news is sometimes when you pull the worst legendary in the game, you know they're probably going to get a buff soon. That's the good news. So when Altan gets a massive buff, I'm gonna be singing from the rooftops. Right now, I'm going to be lamenting my pull. Again, Purgator, not a fan. Arndolf is okay. Deke is the man. You know, you guys know Deke, the turn meter, the speed auras, the decrease, the extra turn, the decreased defense, and the leech. The full package is simple but very effective kit. I'll mention it one last time. I feel like I mention her every video now. But Taneko here has a remove a buff from each enemy. She's one of 2 rares in the game that have the buff removal, which is very good to know about for Siege if you want to go with an all-rare team. All right, let's go. We also have the fusion really quickly. I don't think I've actually looked at it in game, but just we have Tidemaster, who looks one of the coolest looking champion. I mean, this guy's nuts. He's a Revive 2 champion from the Argonauts. So Tidemaster, I actually want to keep a copy for myself. He's really, really good. Sunken Sentinel, actually, I think he's one of the least intriguing champions out of the new Argonauts. Magister, Executioner, Blood Braid, excuse me, and then Shadow Boturlak, Gelek, Gnarlhorn. I love that dude, the great AoE provoker. Kinagashi, the only true reviver, still in the Shadowkin faction here in 2026. Ladies and gentlemen, let me make some room and I'll be right back. All right, let's see what I have so far for the anniversary path. 24,000 points. Golly, it sounds like a lot. It sounds like a lot. Which way do we want to go? Let's go this way for now. Let's go over here. Let's pick up the... Okay, so you kind of choose your way through, it looks like. You kind of choose your path through which mats you're most interested in for the mythicals. Let's keep going this way. Let's go with... Oh, man. So we barely made our way. I'm going to pay more attention and actually chart my course, so to speak, here. But we only made, you know, our way down, what, half the left-hand side with what we've pulled so far? All right, well, here we go, guys. By the way, in the background right now, at work on my day job, we got my man Dylan. Shout out to Dylan, right? He just started Raid. By the way, they have the new promo code for Raid. Raid 7. Raid 7 gives new accounts, second accounts, whatever. It gives you the freaking fusion. They just give them away to new players, which I actually think is pretty cool, honestly, right? It's a little catch-up mechanic. And then you use a download link. There's like a billion of them out there. I'll throw one into the damn description of this video. But you can get like a Bambus or a Narma or whoever, right? So you start out with the damn fusion, Pelops and Narma, and then he DMs me. He pulls 1 Void Shard. He pulls 1 Void Shard. I kid you not. I just pulled this out of a Void Shard. Solinar, legendary in the making contender, his first Void legendary. I won't say what I said after bro. I will. But it was all caps and it wasn't nice. It wasn't family friendly. The dude pulls Solinar. Man, they're treating these new players too good. Too good, ladies and gentlemen. What about our vets? What about the OGs? Whether you're a month or whether you're 7 years in. All right, we get the avatar frames, you know? Come on, I can't complain about that. All right, here we go. Bunch of blues, bunch of rares, exciting stuff. Here we go. I mean, at least I'll have Altan. If I don't pull a good legendary in this video, I'm going to feed Altan in Rebellion. I'd probably have like 7 copies of Altan in my vault, so it's no worries. So there we go. I'm going to go to Sacreds right now, guys. I'm going to do the Sacreds. There we go. Lock and loaded. Here we are. Can't believe he pulled Solinar. Oh, come on, baby! The wrong Argonite. The wrong Argonite. Cassandra. Oh, my word. Cassandra, let's be real, man. Cassandra is a Chimera beast. And she's pretty cool in progression, too. And, you know, she's going to be great in Faction Wars. But I already have her. And she's the wrong Argonite. I just saw the wrong Argonite jumping out of a damn Sacred Shard, ladies and gentlemen. I can't believe this. They're trolling me. Plarium is trolling me here with these pulls. Cassandra. I like Cassandra. I like Cassandra. I don't love Cassandra. I'd be lying if I said I used a hell of a lot of Cassandra on my account. I don't use her. Not to say that she wouldn't have utility on some accounts out there, just depending on the teams that you're running and where you need help, you know? Golly, Cassandra, I can't believe it. All right, here we go, guys. You know what? Here it is, the grand finale. Hecaton will be mine. Here we go. All right, I'll take a Solinar on the way, sure. Why not? Why not? You know, you gave him to Dylan, give him to Ashy Poo. Plarium, come on. We got a Rage Monger, Kurzad, Depart. I feel like I'm taking up the Dawncaller Sabbath's spot over here, so let's keep it moving here. All right, Cage Bound, interesting little ally protector, Rage Monger. He can do a little bit of damage there, but nothing to write home about. Fellhound, you know, used that dude for years as my campaign farmer, so I can't talk smack about good old Fellhound. It's also great with Fire Knight. He has the 2-turn reflect damage. Diana Gloompiercer, one of my favorite epics out there in the game, honestly, guys. I think she's incredibly underrated. Good damage, great ally attacker. I put her up there with, you know, Morag and Fat Man and my favorite ally attackers out there amongst epics, certainly. Glade Wolf is actually really, really solid. Triple hitter with a counterattack and deal some damage. Good in, like, Demon Lord as well. Old school clan boss. Ultra Nightmare. All right, we have Glen Sage, and nothing too exciting there. Kurzad I like a lot, but Centurion, it's weird because I was talking to Dylan. I was talking to him about who to build on his account and stuff, and it's weird as a new player nowadays because it's like all these rares that, you know, even Kurzad, let's use him as an example, right? Like previously, years ago, I'd be like, yeah, invest. He's got the, you know, you could use Nature's Bounty and get the decreased defense. He's got the increased accuracy. He's great. 2 AoEs, stun set, yeah. But you know what? It's just like they give you so many good champions. And I feel like the new player experience now, a Cold Heart you still invest in, you know, but I feel like for the most part, the new player experience is such where you really just want to focus on your starting champions, you know, for the most part, because the starters nowadays are freaking Pelops, right? All right, Ursula the Mourner and Tree Shield Knot. I like them. I feel like the rares, like a Tree Shield, the rares nowadays, like a, you know, Doom Screech with that 30% turn meter boost and the increased defense, you know, Red Cloak, some of the rares we talked about in this video, I feel like they're more of kind of a mid-game when you're working in Doom Tower and more like Faction War stuff like that, we start to get deeper into it there. Let me make room. Again, I have 113 voids coming at you guys. Be right back. All right, guys, we're back. Did you see I pulled the Sunken Sentinel? No big deal. I missed that fella. One rare down. There we go. 16 or 15 to go. All right, we got Sylvain the Paramour, the newest rare. Well, not anymore, I guess, before the Argonites. I had a video like an hour long. Okay. Hecaton! Speaking of starting champions, they're giving Supreme Galek to new players. That's cool. Supreme 6, I'm not sure if the code works anymore, but Supreme Galek, he's one of the Supremes. One of the starting champions. I don't know. I guess it's safe to say pretty underwhelmed with all the Supreme version of the starting champions, with the exception of Supreme Galek. I think he's the, you know, Supreme Kale, you can kind of talk yourself into him. Supreme Elhain, actually, I use her in Faction Wars, kind of sneaky damage dealer, but to me, not Void Legendary status. That's the problem. They're all Void Legendaries, you know? You hate to water that pool down more, as they've been doing a pretty good job of lately. I'm looking at you, Arathea. Corpse Flower. Anyway, I digress. Decreased speed. We got the burns. Honestly, there's a lot to like about Supreme Galek. He's very good, especially in areas like Hydra with that decreased speed, with the damage. Moreover, he's going to remove that True Fear from the Head of Torment on his passive. So I like him, but I'd be lying if I said I was excited about Supreme Galek coming out of a Void Shard. Well, there it is. Our first legendary. We're at a 20x for Hecaton. We have Cold Heart, Prundar, Fellhound. Give me some more Sunkens at least. For the love of Teleria. We have a Cold Heart, a Veteran, as well as a Justicar and a Drowned Bloatwraith. Eviscerator, Drowned Bloatwraith number 2. Gear Grinder, Huntress. We've got a Renegade. We've got a Vanguard. We've got another Cold Heart. 2019 version of Ash will be so thrilled right now. We've got 3 Cold Hearts so far. We've got a Paragon. We've got some Ripper Fist. Add a little dash of Runekeeper Daz Dirk. I like Runekeeper Daz Dirk. Great progression champion, restrictive content champion, heck, even a Chimera champion. increase attack, juicy 25% turn meter fill. He's got the cleanse, he's got the heal, continuous heal, leech on the A1. Brings a lot of utility. He's fast too, which I love as well. I think 110 base speed, I want to say. All right, let's keep it going here. We've got Gear Grinder. Man, my luck lately has been trash Ola, right? I don't even know. I went after freaking Solinar. Went after Solinar a lot, Dylan. And didn't get my hands on him. And it looks like we're going to strike out on two of the best Argonites out there in the game as well. And we're not going to re-up, so this is going to be it. I still have a hope, though. I still have a chance. I'm talking a very defeatist attitude here. Come on, man. We've got Harvester, Armentine, Selenia, and a bunch of blues. A bunch of rares. The RNG of Raid. We absolutely love it. Thorn Golem. Well, honestly, I must have, like, fed my old Thorn Golem. I have a 6-star soul just waiting for him. If that's the biggest thing I can get excited about in this video, then we have a massive problem. I have 43 left. I'm going to make room for the very last time. I'll be right back. Honestly, I'm a little bitter. They haven't even given me another Sunken Sentinel. I mean, come on. We're back, guys. Oh, we're starting this one out with an absolute banger of a Harrier. I just got a little brain freeze without doing anything. Harrier gave me brain freeze, dude. Arr! Ursula, Demitha, Coldheart, yay. All right. Who we got now? Seducer. We've got a Rock Beast. We've got a Chevalier. We've got a Rage Monger. Sorry if I'm a little bit extra silly today. I had no sleep last night. My kiddo was in the ER. He was at his mom's, and he was, like, I don't know, playing hide and seek, and he tried to hide in a hamper with wheels on it, and he fell down and hit his head on a candle, and it cut his below his mouth open, but he's fine. He's great. But it was all night in the ER because that's how ERs are, right? A Sunken Sentinel. There we go. 2 Sunken Sentinels. All it cost me is, $400. All right, here we go. We have a Coldheart. One little hecaton, a little dash of a hecaton would make this a heck of a video. We've got a Ripper Fist, a Reliquary Tender, a Dagger, a Coldheart, a Drowned Bloat Wraith, 15 Drowned Bloat Wraiths. Can't wait to empower them. Oh, yeah, there's no rare empowerment. We have three, count them, 3 chances at Hecaton. Here we go. Number 1 is an epic. Okay, we got a little Broadmaw. Well, Broadmaw is a permanent fusion. He's got a revive. He's got the weak version of increased speed, if that excites you, from a Void Epic, ladies and gentlemen. The tragedy is they buffed him. It's still nice to have a reviver, but you're going to buff a Void Epic and you're not even going to upgrade his damn increased speed to a 30%? Come on, man. Veteran, come on, Raid Gods! Rain upon me with a, Stitch Beast. All right, ladies and gentlemen, there it is. That's $400 of shards, $400 donation to Nord at the end of the video. You can see the donation here on the screen. Guys, if you have the kindness of your hearts to go ahead and make a donation this 7th anniversary of Raid, probably better you do that and spend money in shards on this game. I will not sit here and go through. I want to map out the anniversary path. I have 130, almost 140K worth of points here. That's definitely not enough to complete this because it's not even enough to get the, it's barely enough to even get the mats. So I will have to go ahead and chart through here. I will say, I'm not sure. I got to go look at all the relics and make my final decisions on where I want to go with my first mythical. But what I'll do is, on my next video, I'll save all the mats that I get in this video, and I'll open and try to go for a mythical relic at the beginning of the next video. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching. Hope you have better luck than I did. Much love, and as always, take care, guys.